Hello and welcome to the El Chappy Sports Show. My name is Dylan. Please make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel. Let's push some more content out. Thank you. So, as we know, by 4 o'clock Eastern today, there were 4 players tagged by the 4 p.m. deadline. They were Cowboys wide receiver George Pickens, Falcons tight end Kyle Pitts, Jets running back Breece Hall, and the surprising one, I think, was the Colts quarterback Daniel Jones, who was tagged on the transition tag. So there you go. We know those now. As I say, the only one that was a bit of a surprise for me was the Daniel Jones one, because players don't go on the transition tag. But the Colts have put him on the transition tag. So there we go. So with that, we also have players not tagged today. We have the most surprising one for me to see he wasn't franchise tagged, and that is Kenneth Walker, MVP, current MVP, Super Bowl MVP, I should say, not MVP. Kenneth Walker, I am very surprised by this. Will he be back in Seattle, or will there be some teams that will pay over the odds? There are teams that there's slight rumblings, New York Giants being one. Imagine Kenneth Walker with Cam Scatbu. Scabadoo. I don't actually know how you say his second name. Let me get this. Scatterbo. Cam Scatterbo. That's probably not how you say it, but anyway, we'll go with that. Cam Scatterbo and Kenneth Walker as a 1-2. That would be amazing. And there are rumblings that the Giants are in the market for a running back. There's talk about Jeremiah Love being drafted there. So would they look at Kenneth Walker? Who wouldn't look at Kenneth Walker? He is the reigning Super Bowl MVP. He is a big part of why the Seahawks won that Super Bowl. Was it the only reason? No, because that defense was absolutely class, but Kenneth Walker was also class. The next one, wide receiver Alec Pierce. So when they put that, the Colts put Daniel Jones on the transition tag, they couldn't tag Alec Pierce. So that tells me one or two things. They're close to agreeing on a contract, or they want Alec to go out and test the market. And who knows with the Colts? I'm shocked by the Colts today. We'll see what happens there. How much interested will there be in Alec Pierce? I think a lot, because now that George Pickens has been tagged, I think a lot of teams will be in for Alec Pierce if he makes it next week into free agency and doesn't sign a contract with the Colts. So watch this space. Do I rate him? I think he's a very good wide receiver 2. He's not a wide receiver 1, in my opinion. Odafe Owen, wow. So he was drafted by the Baltimore Ravens in 2001 and went over to the Chargers. He will be a man in demand as well. Where he ends up, who knows? But I'm not surprised that he wasn't franchise tagged, to be quite honest with you, because it is a large amount for him to be franchise tagged. The same with Trey Hendrickson. I will jump one there and say with the Bengals, that's not a surprise. The franchise tag amount was just way too much. You don't pay that much for defensive end. So he will probably look for a new home. I think he'd be happy, because get out of that dumpster fire that is the not Cleveland Browns, even though they are a dumpster fire, the Cincinnati Bengals. So watch his space for Trey Hendrickson, and it wouldn't surprise me if he ends up somewhere like the Colts. We'll see what happens there. Center Tyler Linderbaum. Obviously, he was drafted by the Ravens. He's somebody that they want to definitely keep. They probably couldn't come to an agreement on a contract. That does not mean that they won't come to an agreement. They are desperate to keep him, but there'll be a lot of teams that will be desperate to sign him. So he is in for a lucrative contract this off-season, especially with the fact that Lamar will probably want to get more money, to get paid more. I know the owner of the Ravens said he wants to get Lamar's contract sorted ASAP. and that might open the door for Tyler Linderbaum to leave. Where he ends up, there's a sneaky feeling he might go to someone like the Patriots. I would not be mad at that option. But again, we'll wait and see. Anyway, that's the most things happened today. Obviously, we had Kyler Murray officially let go of ours in Arizona, but we knew that was coming anyway. So I think it's about watch this space. Next week, it's going to be very interesting once we find out where all these players end up. But as I say, some of these players might re-sign with new contracts, but some of them will find new homes. So with that, as I say, I always say, end the video on. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification button. Thank you. So if you've made it to the end, you'll notice that I forgot Travis Etienne. When I was editing the video, I was like, oh no, I said to skip to one. No, actually skip two. So Travis Etienne, just to finish off, I'm not shocked he wasn't franchise tied. I do think that the Jaguars is a good place for him, so he may sign a contract there. I know that Trevor Lawrence would probably want him to sign there. Now that Kenneth Walker is on the market, he'll be option one for most teams, but Travis Etienne also will be sneaky popular as well, I think. But I do believe he will re-sign with the Jaguars, or he should at least. I think that is a good spot for him, and I think Liam Cohen is a great head coach for him, and he works well in that scheme. So I suspect he will re-sign, but same with everything. Be prepared to be surprised. Now, over now.